And welcome to the second game. This time it's just a 2v2, me and Kaz. So if you're wondering where our names are from, it's from a Key and Peele skit about a substitute teacher. He mispronounces the name of the students, from A.A.Ron and Blaké to A.A.Ron and Blaké. Kaz is a teacher for his day job, and finds that little skit particularly funny. So we're playing Crossing in the Woods. I can't remember if we win this or even how long this one goes, so should be fun to watch. And we're playing against a Soviet and Yank, and I think we're mixed as well. Yeah, we've got turn the fog of war off. So we're playing the Allies this time. For some reason, I'm not doing anything. Oh no, we're not. We're playing Wehrmacht. Sorry. Yeah, we're both Wehrmacht, so I think, if I remember correctly, we're trying out a bit of a strat, where I'm going to go close air support, and Kaz has gone with, again, close air support, and Kaz has gone with assault support, so that way you can get the Opal Blitz, so that way we're just drowning in resources and munitions and fuel. Start off, our engineer's moving up. I quite enjoyed this map, crossing the woods, into the woods. And I'm going with a different build to my usual one. Usually I get 2 or 3 Gren squads, especially when it comes down to 1v1 or 2v2s, but I've decided to get a machine gun early this time. As we move on, the American guy pushing forward. And Kaz moving up as well. So the difference between 1v1 or 4v4 is basically how serious you have to be. When it comes to the larger games, 3v3 and 4v4, you're basically able to sort of build whatever you like, and it's a lot more fun because it's a lot less sort of tense and serious. When it comes to 2v2 and 1v1s in particular, you've got to really pay attention to what you're building and the order you build it, and that you don't lose things. And that you've got generally just a bit more of a balanced force than you would otherwise have. Yeah. This is probably not going to end well for my machine gun here. Yeah, I'm already starting to move it back. Try and fall back a bit. I don't think this is going to end well either with them in that cover. I'm not sure. In fact, yeah, look, he's about to die. Yeah. Meanwhile, Kaz has got his own struggle here against the conscripts. Nice little flank move happening there. Now this isn't too good. At the moment, I've already got control of this 2 points, and I don't see Kaz doing well. Kaz might actually. He's generally better than me, so he decides to pull out. Meanwhile, I'm still trying to fight here. Yeah, I'm gonna win that fight now. But is that machine gun gonna live? No, it's not. I'm gonna lose my machine gun, which is not good. Yeah, ouch. Oh, and I managed to get. No, the rifle squad runs, but I at least managed to stay in the field. Another one. Desperately try to get that squad out so I can reclaim my machine gun. Grenade goes off. Yeah, you don't want a grenade to land on your troops. It's never fun. So again, I'm gonna win this. Yeah, I do. And Kaz is pushing back up again. So the only engagements, they've come off better in terms of territory, but we've managed to stay around and fight. Yeah. Oh jeez. Oh dear. But we've lost a lot of ground. Well, I've lost a lot of ground in the top. So yeah, you see my build compared to last time. Oh, I lost that Gren squad unfortunately. Much more even. I haven't just built fuel point straight off the bat like I did in the 4v4. And now this scout car with the flamer squad, or pyro squad with flamer, generally referred to as the clown car, and it can be very effective. You know, you run around past the machine gun and then flame it to death, basically. Not too much is happening on my side. I mean, we're fighting, but it's not going very well for me. Meanwhile, Kaz doing much better. He's managed to take his flag at least. And I've set up a squad to take the center. And yeah, that's gonna die as well. So that puts down 3 Grand Squads now I've lost. Which is not good at all. You know, it's a lot of manpower that I could be using on other things, like teching up or another machine gun or mortar. Yeah, pull out, but he's gonna follow, deal some damage. Yeah, so I mean those Panzerfaust are just great, especially against the scout car. As you see, I mean, and as you saw in the last game. Which, if you haven't seen the last game, check it out. A big 4v4 with Kaz again and 2 of my other mates, Dan and Jeremy. Play regularly most evenings with them. Well, mornings now that I'm in Atlanta. Moved over here for work. Hopefully customs will agree that I can work. Or immigration rather. So yeah, I mean, we're 6 minutes in. So the fronts are stabilizing along the river, which is pretty standard for this map. And they've got both 2 of the 3 VPs, which is something that needs to change. I think I see I'm getting flanked, so I pull out a bit. And they've managed to flank me here as well, which is nice. Well, nasty for me, nice for them. Dodged that grenade though, which is good. Meanwhile, over on Kaz's side, he's managed to get an LMG on one of his friends now. Oh no, well I've got 2 of mine now, I realize. Let's see. And that conscript squad should go, yeah. But they've called in shock and they're flanking around his support weapons. Oh, that's not good. Get out! Survive! And Kaz is in full retreat. He's going to try and push back as a united force again, rather than fight piecemeal, which is something I really got to focus on. Oh, not good. Ouch. And he dodges my grenade, so that's not good at all. Yeah. Better to fight again another day. But for some reason that's still there. They haven't decided to move. Yeah, now they go. So Kaz and I are struggling a bit at the moment. The game is sort of definitely firmly in the Allies' hands, which is not good. Well, we've got an Opal Blitz, we've got a fuel point. We're getting ourselves set up. 2 shock squads for the Ally now. 3 Grens, 2 LMGs, to 1 Gren with an LMG and another one building. But yeah, I managed to lose a lot of Gren squads already so far. You see they're building up mines. Good Soviet players will always mine because they're just a great tactical advantage to have, especially on more commonly traveled paths. And you know, if we came out with an armored car or P4 running over a mine in our territory, it delays our assault. And so Kaz pulls his infantry forward again. I never quite realized how much he blobs his force, but oof. That hurt. So he doesn't want to be on the road because that's negative cover. You want to try and stay off roads with your infantry if you can. Now I've taken out that squad there, so... But again, my support teams are being flanked. So off they run. And am I going to lose that mortar? I'm going to lose the mortar, yeah. So mortar teams, once you're down to 2 men, they're dead. They automatically die, which is slightly annoying. Sorry, 1 man. You need at least 2 on the squad to keep it around. He manages to dodge that grenade as he runs away. Another one comes in, and boom, that was a nice little grenade. Gotta take a point. Run the gauntlet of enemy, and he's taking my mortar there, you see. Kaz is sending his infantry around to help out. Whilst he's got his support weapons over on this side. And that mortar's already got 11 kills, which is quite nice. Yeah, so Kaz is going to take the center point. Yeah, and so yeah, you see one guy and he immediately runs. I got to take my mortar back. Kaz's assaults really helped us out here. Well, helped me out rather. And suddenly things look like it's stabilizing a bit. You know, we're managing to reclaim our side of the river. The shock troops don't let us take that point though, unfortunately. Yeah, the shock running across the open ground. Oof. So Kaz hasn't panicked. He's falling back and firing, which is really good. And yeah, that squad won't do much. I managed to dodge the grenade there. So those shock troops eventually, having to run the gauntlet of 3 light machine guns, end up falling back, losing half their number. And my infantry come in as well to help out. And I got my strafing runs going now, so yeah, that's going to help us deal with that infantry. At the moment, what we really need to try and do is take at least 2 of the VPs and then hold them. And you see the enemy's on 500 tickers still, and we've already lost half of ours. But I've been able to push with one of my squads now to take this center point, which, as you see on the minimap, cuts off the right side from the left side. But T-34's out, and like usual, we've got no any AT. I at least managed to take out the engine, so I should be able to run away and escape. Whoa, what are they firing at? Gets away. Yeah. I'm gonna not bother engaging that because there's nothing I can really do against it. So I've got 2 MGs now, one to guard the left and one to guard the center. And it didn't fire for some reason in my arc. Probably not in my sight. Yeah. So I have to get out. So again, we've built some fuel depots up. That way I can convert my fuel into munis. Although at this moment in time we're pretty short on munition and fuel, especially compared to the Allies. I'm floating manpower, which is not good. You don't really want to float, especially in the smaller player games. You want to be using all your resources and getting as much stuff out as you can. Kaz has gone for a P4, which is a great counter to the T-34-76. good to deal with infantry as well, and should win that. If it, Kaz isn't going to push his luck. Especially with the shock troops in his rear. Allies are reclaiming the right. Things still haven't really improved, and I'm seriously struggling against this American guy. I should throw a grenade, I do, but yeah, he just gets out. Tanks are dueling again. They're both healing in the midst of the fight. Oh, but they've got a second one, so one more hit and that T-34's gone. Oh, but Kaz is going to pull out instead, which is a shame. If he'd pushed and taken that out, would have been a good little kill. So yeah, I mean 200 VPs now. We really got to try and take and hold some of the victory points. The American guy brings a Sherman in, and I still haven't got any AT. I'm just building an AT gun now. Pulling the anti-tank strafe and miss. Yeah, I decided to pull out. I don't want to lose my Vet 3 squad, but I think I might. It should be a horrendous loss. And I tried to place a minefield where the Sherman and you see the little markers. Try and stop them from flanking around. Kaz tries to help out with that P4, but yeah, the T-36, T-34 76 is going to force him back, and my AT gun's there now as well. We can't let it get too far forward. Kaz has made headway once more, claiming his land, and I've got a second AT gun coming. Hopefully be able to do a bit of damage. Oof, that's not good. I've got a feeling he'll die. I gotta pull out. Kaz has brought in a second P4. I gotta try and, yeah, I can't let that infantry get the AT gun, but it does anyway. Oh, we managed to get one of the T-34 76s. And they come flying through again. Are they going to get it? We get it as well. Although I think that may have possibly been a Shrek, not the tanks. So that was a nice little break, getting both of those. And suddenly, the map's beginning to look slightly different. Our Soviet player just lost quite a bit of stuff, which is unfortunate for him. The American still has his Sherman, yeah. Moving up. So, you know, I've been struggling a bit, but I've got my AT guns now, and Kaz's P4 purchases and micro with them has been really, really good and nice and strong. And he's been saving us so far. So yeah, Kaz is trying to pull him back into the machine gun range, which he's managed to do, which is nice. And then if he could land a grenade on him, it would have been perfect, but he continues to pull back. He does have the mortar. He's going to probably go for a Faust here, but yeah, falls back. These tanks are already coming through. So Kaz is just absolutely owning now. I mean, with 3 opal blitzes as well, so we're getting a ton of resources. Yeah, look at our fuel compared to theirs. 51.42 to 16. I think I'm waiting. Any infantry bombing run. Yeah. Manages to get that gun. That was probably thanks to the AT as well. So now Kaz and I basically have the resources we need. We've got our AT guns, we've got our vehicles, we've got some machine guns, we've got some infantry, and suddenly we've got all 3 points. And those thunderbolts were really annoying. They're a great call-in for the Allies, or the American. Try and take some more terrain off them, basically. Yeah. One of my issues is I let a lot of stuff die. I don't run away. I expect too much from my guys, especially when they're outnumbered and outgunned. And here you see me erring on the side of caution, pulling out. Now, the reason these aren't set up is I generally use attack move, because if you set it up, it'll just stay in the facing it's looking at, and it's really easy to get flanked. Whereas if you have attack move set up, whilst you have to wait to set up, they'll turn to face the appropriate direction and less likely to get flanked, basically. But it's a good way to move your infantry in general, so that way you you don't run into and then pass the enemy. You'll stop and shoot once you make contact. I'm not sure what I'm doing with that machine gun. That should really be on the point. Yeah, now it makes a move, but it's a little too late. I'm about to get flanked. You might see what I mean. Oh no, I decided to pull out. Kaz brings his P4s in again. Yeah. Nicely done. Oh, I've just had a bomb strike somewhere. Oh, there, but I missed everything, yeah. As they run away. Kaz pushing up again on the right with his grenadiers. And he's pulled himself out a Tiger. So Kaz's armor, the 2 P4s and the Tiger is what's winning this game for us. Keep in mind that 4v4 Fast and Furious game that's already uploaded, check it out. You know, the game it went for 36 minutes, but by 17 minutes it was basically game over, by the sort of death throes of the Allies. This time the game's a lot closer, we're currently 24 minutes in. But compared to the early games, we're finally getting good control of it. And that's basically because even though I lost a few Grand Squads, I managed to keep a lot of my other stuff alive, and Kaz managed to keep basically all of his stuff alive. I don't think he lost any full squads. And that basically tells, once you're able to get a bit of veterancy going, once you keep your squads alive so you can, instead of replenishing and rebuilding like I was doing, he's able to diversify and build more different units that have different roles. And suddenly we begin to turn the tide. No, now we're the ones who seem to be controlling and pushing onto their side of the river rather than the other way around. Now, Soviet Wehrmacht players, if you don't do this, you probably should. It's easier than spending munitions all the time to heal your troops. You just build a bunker. We could have actually probably built one between our bases. It would have been arranged to heal both our guys, but doesn't matter. It's only 60 munitions to become a heal bunker, and it really pays for itself very quickly. So again, that infantry assault. They just, at this moment in time, the Allies basically don't have enough AT. All they've got on the field, AT-wise, is that one tank destroyer, which is not going to beat the Tiger. But that Tiger, unfortunately, moved directly into my AT barrage, which did some damage, and now the Thunderbolts are coming in. I think he just manages to get out. Oh, jeez. But yeah, I mean, at this point in time, things are looking really solid for Kaz and I. We didn't panic in the early game when things were looking bad. And in fact, that was one thing we had to learn. Not when things start turning and really bad, to just try and keep on fighting, especially if you've got the units. If you're wiped out, fair enough, surrender. But if you've still got things alive, try and hold in there and just try and slowly reclaim the territory. And yeah, here they go, and they surrender instead. So that was a nice fast game, 26 minutes, or a general medium length game. And let's check out, I didn't do this for the 4v4, but let's check out the overview and see how that looks. You guys might be interested in it. Wait for my computer to load up. I'm on a laptop at the moment. It's a decent spec, but it's still a bit slower than my desktop, which is my pride and joy. But there we go. So this is Hatsuma. Most kills with the T-34 76s. His ally was the rifleman. That's no surprise. Although he lost 4 squads. Mine, Blaké, were my grenadiers, but they always are my grenadiers. Again, I lost 4 squads as well. And A.A.Ron, definitely. And I think the unit of the match were those P4s, that first one especially. And when we look at the overview, damage dealt, Kaz just annihilated them. And I did pretty solidly as well. I mean, I pulled my weight, but Kaz definitely won us that game. And I mean, my losses are still way too high, as you see. But yeah, I mean, look at the army strengths. A.A.Ron up top. And yeah, there was no way they were going to match us, especially with that kind of gap. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one as well, guys. Let me know what you think.